In Chelmsford, there's a resident whose neighbour claims she has rats. There's only one man for the job, Paul Luty, master rat catcher.
Ah, well, Mr Wilson, I hear about your complaint about rats.
Paul's first move is to try to discover the rat's means of entry to the house.
There's a hole here. As you can see, my thumb will fit in there quite easily. So if my thumb can go in there, a rat will get in there. And because it's a cavity wall, they can actually climb directly up the wall and into the loft. And again, you've got another defect there as well. You've got problems then in your loft. They just work their way up into the loft and then you've got rats.
The lady of the house has a theory of her own.
We know that the people over the road had a lot of problems because there was the old apple farm which drove them under the garages and then they started coming from that way.
Hugely experienced, there's little Paul doesn't know about the ways of the rat.
I don't know if you know, rats are neophobic. That means they're new object shy.
Yeah.
They do not like change. So if any building works could disturb them.
There's been an awful lot of building work going on.
Yeah, that could disturb them and make them come this direction, obviously, into your loft.
There are around 81 million rats at large in the United Kingdom, but are there any here?
Normally, by now, where the insulation is there, which is bare and not covered up by boards, you would see track marks where the rats have been walking, because rats always stick to the same route. And normally in that location as well, you'll find droppings, because rats are incontinent, as are mice. They just urinate and defecate where they actually stand. So you see a lot of droppings. Some people think I've got a bad rat infestation because of the droppings, but a rat does about 40 droppings a day. So if you've got a couple of rats, that's quite a lot of droppings. So I think this side's quite clear.
You don't reckon we've got any then?
No. No, I don't think you have at all. There's no evidence whatsoever of any rats.
But pest catcher Paul is not taking any chances and baits up anyway.
All the bait's placed and just got to come back next week and check it all. So all I require from you, Mrs Wilson, if you could actually sign it for me to say I've actually attended and you're happy with the work I've carried out so far.
This homeowner is more than happy with Paul's efforts.
A huge sense of relief. Yeah, if we haven't got any rats, it'd be nice. I can sleep at night and I can have a shower without thinking they're going to come through the shower. Maybe even visit through the toilet. No, don't want to go in the bathroom and then find one popping his head somewhere. No rats.
Right, I shall see you.
I'll see you next week.
Same day next week.
Same time next week.
Thank you
Thanks
very much.
Thanks very much.
Paul's next stop will be a rat-ridden house he baited last week. Back in Ipswich, the clean team are into the final furlong of the great clear-out.
I think we're doing pretty good. We're getting on well.
The sea of dog mess has all been scraped away, and now it's time to swab the deck.
You came in this morning, but when you opened the door, oh, horrible, horrible. This is just disinfecting through the whole flat, make it smell a bit sweeter.
Thanks to Barry and his anti-poo potion, it isn't long before the pong has gone.
Whoever's gonna come in will have a nice clean house. Excellent, fantastic.
Where only this morning there was a stinking mess, there now lies a sparkling home that will soon be ready for a new tenant.
Yeah, we've cleaned everywhere, made it nice and smelly.
Ready for a bit of decorating, I think, and new residents.
I'm not used to cold.
The contents of the flat have filled 2 trucks, and now it's off to the dump. Back in Chelmsford, champion pest controller Paul is returning to the scene of a previous rat infestation.
Oh, Mr Harvey, here to revisit for you. Check your bait.
OK, yeah.
OK?
He wants to see if the bait has been taken, and he checks the spots he placed the bait trays.
Yeah, there's rat droppings right on the side there. So they're using this as a run, going through that way. So if the rat's coming through, they're ending up over there somewhere. The bait has been touched. It's not a great deal been taken, but it has been taken. Yeah, it's the run. They sort of be coming round the back of the cupboards. There are gaps underneath here, which a rat could get through. So, because the rat always seems to stick close to the wall, because they just follow the same run every time.
The further the rat sleuth goes, the more the evidence piles up.
Yeah, there's a few drop-ins around here, not many, but there's a gap behind the cupboard here.
Plenty of signs of rat activity, but no bodies.
Let's go up this cupboard up and have a look.
Until
That's what we got. Just pull some bits out.
Paul finds a route into the cupboard.
Ah. There we have one baby rat. So that's obviously eating the poison. And it's shifted its mortal coil. It's starting to pong a little bit. It's lucky enough it's not summer months, otherwise it'd be really minging. In fact, it'd be full of maggots. So I'm just going to dispose of that before it pongs the whole house out. It does stink a little bit.
One baby, but where's Mum and Dad and all those uncles and aunts? Paul must bait and wait, and then he'll be back. Not far away, running through the middle of Chelmsford, is the picturesque River Chelmer. Sadly, at this point in its journey, it can become somewhat less photogenic.
Wonder what stuff we're going to pick up today.
For some reason, some people love throwing rubbish into rivers, and when they do that here, it's time to bring out Daphne.
This is where the fun starts.
Even on the coldest of days, Daphne is pressed into service by her crew, Captain Dave Tebby and First Mate Nicola Dyke, both of Chelmsford Council.
Cheers, Merv. I'll see you later.
A quick twist, and the battery-powered Daphne is under steam, or rather electricity.
So peaceful, isn't it?
It is peaceful and cold.
Peaceful and cold, but then again, what a lovely day to do this job.
Yes.
Captain Dave soon spots trouble ahead.
And I can see a life buoy we need to be picking up.
But it isn't just life buoys the kids throw into the river. The intrepid Filth fighters are coming under fire from the bank. At least snowballs are biodegradable.
Fantastic kids having fun, aren't they, really? Just, I think it's good fun chucking it at us, but I wish I'd some snow on board, I would chuck it back.
No serious filth so far, but it isn't always such a breeze.
We was doing the litter around the lake one day, and we thought, what's this? That's a big old bag. So I went to pick it up, and then out comes this body, and it all bloated and absolutely horrible. That half gave us a shock.
Despite the camouflage, Nicola spots another life buoy. And a third. Perhaps there's been a shipwreck. A filthy eddy delivers a motley collection of bottles, cups, tins, boxes, and then something novel.
Got a helmet. Yeah.
As long as we haven't got a body down there.
Yeah, don't want any bodies.
Why people choose to litter in the river still mystifies Dave.
The council supply tons of bins all round the Chelmsford Borough, but for some reason people don't like to. They'd rather chuck it on the floor because they can't be bothered to put it in the bins. Really, people don't realise how it hurts the environment, the animals that live in the river as well.
Dave and Nicola head off in search of more filth, and the good ship Daphne will go on plying her trade as long as there's still a need.